Therefore, comma, I want you to know that the not guilty plea includes a part that says he can be guilty by reason of insanity, period. If it were not the law, comma, you would not be instructed in the defense of insanity, which you will be instructed as soon as I finish my remarks to you, period. Now, comma, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, comma, you have very shortly some very serious decisions to make. The first one that we will take up this morning is that matter of the death penalty, period. Nothing disturbs me more than to have to discuss this most awesome subject with you, period. It is a matter on which I have very strong, comma, personal feelings, period, paragraph. I suggest to you that it is a bad thing from the Middle Ages and it serves no useful purpose, period. It does not deter more crime, and it certainly cannot rehabilitate anyone, period. It is cruel due to its very nature and due to the long delay that people have to endure before it is carried out, period. Paragraph, I suggest to you that it is vengeance in its worst form, period. Two wrongs never make a right, comma, especially where that second wrong is committed by society, period, paragraph. Be that as it may, comma, in no way is this a proper case for the death penalty, period. All it will prove, comma, when it is carried out, comma, is that the defendant will be dead, period. His death will not bring Annie back, period, paragraph. I did not go into much of the evidence in my opening statement, period. I did tell you that you might have some trouble looking at some of the evidence that was presented. It is understandable that you have, period, paragraph. I am just simply asking that you do not permit your minds to become so inflamed that feelings of hatred and vengeance could influence your decision, period, paragraph. I am confident that will not be the case, period. I asked you to keep an open mind and to listen to all the evidence in the case before deciding. And again, comma, I stand here confident that you have done just that. The state in this case has brought in many witnesses who testified from that stand, and they have brought in a lot of evidence, period. And they did that to show you what happened down there that night, period, paragraph. Now, comma, ladies and gentlemen, comma, in the defense of this case, comma. We also brought in a number of witnesses from various walks of life, period. They testified from this stand, period. They all had contact with the defendant in one way or another, period, paragraph. And you will recall we even brought in his parents, comma, and yes, comma, we brought in that 12-year-old boy, period. We brought him in for a very good reason, comma, and I am sure it must be apparent to you, period. We brought in a student from his class to tell you what he thought of him, period. We just wanted to show you another side to this defendant. Period. We wanted to make sure that you saw the entire man that you are sitting here to judge. Period. Paragraph. At any rate, comma, we have done, comma, to the best of our ability, comma, our job as honestly as we can, comma, and given you a look at all sides of this defendant so that you can better understand him, comma, especially in light of the defense we gave him in this trial. Period. Paragraph. Now, ladies and gentlemen, comma, the court is about to instruct you, comma, and then you will retire to the jury room to deliberate and bring forth a verdict, period. I must tell you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that if you have a reasonable doubt as to the sanity of this defendant, then you are duty bound to return a verdict of not guilty by reason of insanity.